Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us again for another client interview. Today, I have Cory, who I've been working with for 8 weeks in his coaching program and helping him develop his business. Cory is the owner of Blueprint Identity. And today, he's going to share with us some thoughts and his experience of working with me and the things that he's been learning throughout the coaching program. So, Cory, thank you for joining us today.
Glad to be here.
So Cory, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do outside of your business.
Yeah, currently I work in higher education. I've been in higher education for about 15 years or so. Work in the career space, helping students, figure out their career path and what they want to do. I'm also an adjunct professor, doing the same thing. I teach a class in career planning and personal life. So it's something that I really enjoy doing, and um, looking to create a business out of the things that I'm passionate about.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, tell us a bit about your actual coaching business, what it is that you do with your clients and who you serve.
Yeah. So I help unfulfilled professionals gain clarity around the next career move. Um, Basically, I myself have had similar experiences throughout my career where I've been in positions or organizations where I just didn't feel like it was a great fit. And, I really wanted to, I felt like I wanted to utilize my skills a little bit better. And so I had to go through a process myself where, recognize, had to have more self-awareness and understand who I am, then move to a place of action and figuring out what are the next best steps, and then ultimately a place of advocacy where I can advocate for myself in an interview or any other job situation I may find myself in. So really looking to help individuals who want to get unstuck and help them to, make that next best career move for themselves.
Gotcha. Okay. And so tell us a little bit about your situation before you started working with me, before we started going through your 8 weeks of coaching. What was your business looking like and what was your situation?
Yeah. So for me, my business, it was, I had a few clients here and there. I had also recently made a pivot, was doing coaching previously, but in a different area. And so just not sure exactly what my next move should be, a little uncertain about that. Also, I work full time. I have a wife and a 3-year-old. And so just a lot of stuff going on, but still wanting to go ahead and you know do better in terms of my business. And so there's just a lot going on prior to working with you.
Yeah, and you're in a same similar situation as a lot of other individuals I work with. They work a 9 to 5, they have a family, they may not have enough time to know how to figure out all these things. Googling takes the time. You could do that, or you could work with a coach who has a plan for you. So you're in a very similar situation to pretty much all of my other clients, and so
Yeah.
I think that's why working with you was a really big help for you. So, what were you really looking to achieve after working with me? What kind of outcomes were you looking for?
Yeah, definitely clarity, more confidence as well, and my ability to sell, and just to be confident in what I am. I know that I do great work, and I know that I, bring value to my clients or whatnot. But sometimes I just felt just a little, again, uncertain about, me and moving forward. I think as an entrepreneur, sometimes you go through these ebbs and flows of feeling like, yes, I can go ahead and do it, and then, what have I got myself into? And so I realized, that I needed a coach in order to help me to move past that and get past some of those blocks. A lot of things that we talked about was that mindset shift. And so that's something that I really appreciate. As well as with having, a wife and kid and just a really busy schedule, some of the tools and resources that you gave and provided really helped me to um, hunker down a little bit and say, okay, this is possible. Even though I don't have a whole lot of time, I still do have time in order to really do what I need to do to make my business what I want it to be.
Exactly. And we worked on a few other things. We worked on pricing We also worked on how to structure your program. Is there anything else that kind of stood out to you in the fact that you didn't have confidence in that you can now move forward and saying, I definitely have more confidence in this area?
Yeah, I think my audience and the messaging is something that was really key for me. Going through the client profile and just really drilling down into that. That's something that I just continue to go back to and to think about whenever I feel a little bit lost in terms of who I should really target and really go after. And so that's something that continues is to be beneficial for me.
Got you, got you. Okay. And so we went through 8 weeks of coaching, and you were actually able to get some results within the first few weeks. Tell us about
Yeah.
some of the outcomes that you were able to get and how long it actually took you to see results from working with me.
Yeah, I mentioned previously that confidence was part of it, and so after a few weeks, we talked about again messaging and going through the client avatar, and so I was just like, okay, let me just go ahead and post some a question on Facebook, and so from there, someone else had made a comment, said, yeah, I'm struggling, in this career field, and I said, okay, hey, let's hop on the call, and so I actually ended up having two calls. Um, because of that and because of confidence and just within the first 2 weeks one of those individuals turned into a client, so I'm already working with them, which has been great. And then also um, had again the confidence to reach out to uh, someone else, and so maybe doing some work for them as an organization around their strengths and how they could utilize a strength-based approach in their organization.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but this is just from you posting the questions that part of the work that we did. There's a list of questions that you can ask your target market. Well, you went ahead and just posted those questions, and you
Yeah.
got feedback from them. So it was really me handing you questions to go ask, and those were able to work pretty well for you. It sounds like.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was, part of the assignment was to, get more information or whatnot, about our client and what they did or whatnot. And so, yeah, I was just like, you know what? Let me just go to Facebook. I ask questions on there all the time, and so I was just like, why not? And then it resulted in a client. So and a few leads as well.
Nice, and that's what we want. We want leads and clients for
Yes.
coaching programs. That's at the end of the day, that is exactly what we want for all of our clients, or that's what I want for my clients.
Yeah.
Paying clients, that's important. We
Yes.
want them to have
Absolutely.
paying clients. So tell us about 2 or 3 key takeaways that you had from working in the coaching program.
I think the one of the biggest ones is that I mentioned previously, but is the mindset. Just making sure that you have the mindset shift and really understanding, why I got in the business and really having a vision about um, what it is I see the business becoming and where do I see myself and my family as a result of me working in my business and making it what I want to be. I think the second thing is just the just the resources available. I think that's something that has been extremely helpful, and just knowing that I can always go back to those resources and utilize them in my business as well.
Cool, cool, awesome. Any advice for anybody who's looking to work with a business coach or looking to work with me?
Yeah, I was just say go for it. I think oftentimes we hesitate and we're like, is it worth the investment or not? And for me, it's definitely been worth the investment. Having, like I say, a client within 2 weeks of working with you is definitely, I mean, that speaks to the results that people will get. I think the other thing is just make sure that you do the work. Make sure that you take the time and space in order to go through, answer the questions, and do everything that you have assigned to us, because that makes a big difference. So if I'm someone who, again, working full time, wife, kid, the whole nine, and I can take space and time to do it, then I think anybody can.
Yes, that's super important right there. Corey has a wife, has a kid. He's also traveling, and
Yes.
he's able to do the work. As he said, if you don't do the work, you don't get the results. And he's proof that you can find the time. If you do the work, you can get the results even within a couple of weeks. So,
Yeah.
Corey, let us know a little bit more about your business, where they can find you at, and how they can get in contact with you if they need help with what you offer.
Yeah, so my business, you can find me on myidentityblueprint.com. That's the website. I also have on Twitter, on Instagram as well, and Facebook and My Identity Blueprint. So those are spaces where people can contact me. And again, if someone is, knows of someone who is, looking for a career change, then I'm your person to help make that transition.
All right, Corey. Well, we appreciate you joining us for the client interview. Uh, Keep getting great results. For anybody who's interested in working with me, anybody interested in coaching, feel free to reach out to me on wherever you see this video, and we will join you again next time for the next client interview. Thanks for joining, everybody.